Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashunvanno Devisi Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajabhirvajinivati Dhinam Vidyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddhajnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Apakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmaswarupine avatara varishtaya ramakrishnaya te namaha. Jananim saradam devi ramakrishnam jagadgurum padapadme tayo sritva pranamami muhurmuhuhu. Namah Shriyati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Yerime Gurubhih Purvam Padavakya Pramanataha Vyakhyata Sarva Vedantaha Tanityam Pranatosmyaham Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badharayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vahi Brahma Nidhaye Vashishtaya Namo Namaha. Yasmin sarvam yatas sarvam yas sarvam sarvadrik tatha sarvabhava patatitam swatmanam smaramyaham. Atma vare drashtavyaha is the Vedic suggestion and commandment for every individual. One should know oneself. Atma va are drashtavyaha. Know yourself is the commandment or suggestion. Are means my dear, my beloved. Drashtavyaha means one should see oneself or one should know oneself. Tavya pratyaya is there. Tavya pratyaya means it is a commandment. There is no choice. In Vedic commandments, there is no choice. When it says a particular commandment, if you don't do it, you will have a lot of negative impacts in your life. If you do it, you will have wonderful benefit. So it is called Tavya Pratyaya. When the Shastra says, know yourself, we will wonder, I know myself. I know I am so and so, son of so and so, belonging to particular gender, having so many qualification, educational qualification, like that on bio data. You will say that I know myself. Then Shastra says, no, if you know yourself, you will not have lot of problems. When you say that I know myself, you cannot have all these problems. If you have all these problems, then that means that you don't know yourself. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, I know myself. But at the same time, I have lots of problems. Then Bhagavan says, Ashochan anvashochastum prajnavadamsha bhashase gataso nagadansonscha na anushochanti pandita. Panditaha na anushochanti. Wise man, the knower of the self, will not have these problems. There are lots of problems. If you list the problems experienced by the humanity, there is no end. In that list, Shastra takes some 15 or 20 basic problems. And for our introduction for this class, I have taken 5 basic problems. And this commandment was given by a rishi called Yajnavalkya Rishi to his beloved wife. That's why he could address Are, my dear beloved wife, Drashtavyaha Atma. Here the Va is there. Atma, Va, Are, Drashtavyaha. The Va means here, why? Indeed, there is no choice for you. You have to know yourself. Background of this statement is, Yajnavalkya Rishi wanted to renounce, and he had 2 wives, Katyayani and Maitreyi. So he says to his first wife Maitreyi, I am going to renounce. So before my going, I want to divide my assets. He had lot of assets, because for every answer for the question raised by Janaka, Raja, he had charged 1,000 cows decorated with golden horns for every answer. So much of wealth he had. So he wanted to divide and share it. Because after my going, you may quarrel. I don't want you to, both of you to quarrel, so I want to settle before my departure. Then that mother asks, Maitreyi asks, whether I will have fulfillment in my life by gaining what you give, or in fact by gaining the whole wealth of the creation. Then Yajnavalkya says, no, wealth cannot fulfill you. Then she says, I want fulfillment rather than any other things in my life, so please teach. That is the background. So here Yajnavalkya Rishi says, Atma Drashtavyaha. For fulfillment, you should have this vision about yourself. Why I know about myself? Then he says, as long as the human mind has these type of problems, any type of problems, that is a sign or indication that it doesn't have the knowledge about oneself. Mind doesn't have the knowledge about oneself. So among the 5 important reasons, first one is Atma Priyatamatvat. Most beloved in our life is ourselves. Therefore, logically we should know ourselves. So here the Acharya says, Tadetat Preyaha Putrat, Preyaha Vitat, Preyaha Anyasmat Sarvasmat. A mother wants to understand the nature of the child. Why? Because it is Priyavastu. In her life, it is a Priyavastu. The child is a Priyavastu. A person wants to gain wealth because it is a Priyavastu. Similarly, being a Priyavastu, most Priyavastu, Priyatamatvat, most beloved thing, you should know yourself. You should attain yourself. You should gain yourself. So, Priyatamatvat. Anything you love, anyone you love in your life, you love yourself only. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Without connecting yourself with the object of your love, you cannot love anything. So you love yourself first, then you love all the blessed thing in the creation. Therefore, first reason is Priyatamatva. Atma Priyatamatva, most beloved thing. As even we proceed in the class, we will understand the subtle meaning of these things. I am just enumerating the basic reasons. Second reason is Ananda Swarupatva. It's the source of happiness. Ananda Atma. Upanishad says, Ananda Atma. So Atma is Anandaha. Raso Vaisaha Rasagam Khevayam Labdvanandi Bhavati. Ananda Atma. It is an embodiment of Ananda. Happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction, joy, bliss. Whatever word you want to put. So therefore you should know yourself. We try to know anything in the creation only when it proves that it is source of happiness. Correct? We try to love anything in the creation only when it proves that it is source of happiness. So here you are the source of happiness, therefore you should know yourself. Rasovai saha. Full of rasa you are. If a person knows himself, what will be his condition? What will be his condition? His condition will be full of happiness. He is a fulfilled person, no wants. A person who doesn't have any wants will live in this world singing happy songs. Here Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, gives an example of an happy song by a jnani. Etat samagayan aste ha hu ha hu ha hu ahamannam 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 ahamannado hamannado hamannadaha ahagga shlokakrit ahagga shlokakrit ahagga shlokakrit ahamasmi prathamajarutasya purvam devebhyo amrutasya na bhai yoma dadati sa ideva ma vaha ahamannam annam adantamadmi aham vishvam bhuvanam abhyabhavam suvarna jyoti ya evam veda. Ya evam veda. If a person knows himself as revealed by the Upanishad, then his life will be full of songs. Human life is full of songs, but it is not happy song. So therefore, if at all you are interested in being happy, you be the Swarupa of Ananda, you be the embodiment of Ananda, you should know yourself, is the second reason. Atma Ananda Swarupatva. Third reason is Dukkha Nivrityartham Atma Drashtavyaha. In order to be free from varieties of pains, pangs, sadness, one should know oneself. If a person knows oneself, tatra ko mohaha kashokaha ekatvam anupashyataha yasmin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhut vijanataha tatra ko mohaha kashokaha ekatvam anupashyataha. Where is the possibility of being sad, being unfulfilled, being lacking? So there is no possibility if a person vijanataha, if he knows. In Kathopanishad it gives a warning. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadadi kamantam atmastam ye anupashyanti dhira tesham shantihi shashvati na itaresham. If you want to be with peace, there is no other way than knowing yourself. The next mantra itself it says, Eko vashi sarva bhutantaratma ekam rupam bahuda yat karoti tam atmastam ye anupashyanti dhira tesham sukham shashvatam na itaresham. For them only permanent happiness, not for others. That means what? There is a possibility of impermanent happiness. We all know that. One moment we jump and next moment we fall. Even in love we fall. There is a statement, na? He fall in love. He rise in love. No. Even in love he falls. So he fall in love. Doob gaya. If you want to be happy, peaceful, without sadness, you should know yourself. Even if you are a most intelligent person in the entire creation, as long as you don't know yourself, you don't know anything. What is the sign you don't know yourself? Being sad. So one disciple called Narada Rishi comes to Sanat Kumara Rishi. Narada Rishi was most intelligent person. He has gained PhD in so many subjects. Not one subject, two subjects. But he comes to Sanat Kumara and says, Soham Bhagavaha Shochami. Such an intelligent person, myself, I am sad. Tarati Shokam Atmavititi. Atmavite Shokam Tarati iti. I heard that knower of oneself crosses the Shoka. Therefore, I have come to you because I have Shoka. So, Atma Jnanam is for Dukkha Nivrityartham. Therefore, Atma Vare Drashtavya. Then fourth reason is Amrutatva Praptyartham Atma Drashtavya. Every human mind has this fear of death. Mrita bhayaha, mrityu bhayaha. Person can say that, no, I don't have fear of death. Everyone will have, is having. Not only fear of death of the body, fear of death of the people whom we love, fear of death of the objects which we love, fear of death of the situation which we love. That's why we want to hold everything. We don't want to give up because it is a source of happiness. So, I have fear of death. Fear of death means what? End of the nice thing which I am experiencing, enjoying. And in that holding things, the most attached entity is our own body. That is why we want to keep it eternally. And when we know that everyone around us pass away, we want to live after the death of the body also. So therefore we want to live at least in the form of a name, so and so, with certain character, with certain deeds. So he does so many things for keeping his individuality. So fear of death is the very basic problem in the human mind. Vidyaya vindate amrutam. Amrutatvam vidyaya vindate. Through this knowledge alone, amrutatvam vindate. Pratibodha vididam matam amrutatvam hi vindate. Atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amrutam. So through this knowledge alone, one gets amrutatvam. Is there any other method to be free from fear? Then the Upanishad says no. Tamevam viditva atimrutyumeti na anyah pantha vidyate ayanaya. Na anyah pantha ayanaya vidyate. In Purusha Suktam, twice it comes. Vedahametam purusham mahantam adityavarnam tamasastu pare tamevam vidwan amrita iha bhavati nanyapanta ayanaya vidyate. Like that. And Vedahametam purusham mahantam adityavarnam tamasah parastad tamevam vidwan amrita iha bhavati nanyapantha vidyate yanaya. First place, nanyapantha ayanaya vidyate. Second place, nanyapantha vidyate yanaya. Being softly told, nanyapantha, the person might have slept. So therefore, Upanishad repeats it with high tone. Nanyapantha. So there is no other way if you want to get rid of fear of losing, fear of death, fear of being impermanent. Then fifth reason is Parama Purushartatvat. Knowledge about oneself is the Parama Purushartaha. Purushartaha, you may know. Purushena arthiyate Tadu Purushartha. That whatever is possible to achieve by a human being in his human life is called Purushartha. Chaturvita Purushartha, Shastra talks. Arthaha, Kamaha, Dharmaha, Moksha. Moksha is the Parama Purushartha. That is the highest achievement in human life. Yam labdva cha aparam labham nadhigam tataha manyate. Manyate na adhigam tataha. Having gained which, one will not feel gaining anything as a greater thing than this. So it is called Parama Purushartha. Because this Purushartha gives back himself to him, which is a solution for all his problems. Brahma vida apnoti param. Not only it gives highest, he becomes that highest. This is wonderful proposition. By knowing which, you become that. How is it possible? By knowing medicine, can one become medicine? By knowing law, can one become law? He can become lawyer, but he cannot become law. So by knowledge you become that. It's a very fantastic proposal. We will go through it in detail afterwards. Brahmaviti Brahmaiva bhavati. And if you say, I am very busy Swami with lot of projects and lot of responsibilities, then Upanishad gives a Vani. Iha ched avedi atha satyamasti na chediha vetin mahati vinashtihi. It is a great loss for a human being having got this human birth if he doesn't attempt to know himself, then he is a loser. In another place, another Upanishad says, evam veda aham brahmasmiti sa idagam sarvam bhavati tasya na devascha na abhutya ishate. Even devatas cannot rule him, cannot threaten him if he knows himself. Aham brahmasmi iti yaha veda. Even devatas cannot threaten him. So he becomes so powerful person, fearless person. Suppose he doesn't know himself, then he will be a slave to all the forces in the creation. Pashurevagam hi sa devanam pashuhu. His life will be in slavery. So these are all the outline reasons for our pursuit called Shastra Vidya. Because before undertaking any endeavor, the human mind will ask, what is the need for it? What I am going to gain for it? I am going to spend my precious morning time, newspaper reading time, or taking care of my children time, such as precious morning time, 7 to 8. So when I give that time, what I am going to gain? The gain will be infinite. The gain will be fulfillment. The gain will be a life without suffering. So this is the reason for our Shastra pursuit. By the grace of Sri Guru Maharaj and Mother Sarada Devi, we have started this pursuit about knowing ourselves. This pursuit will make us to live our life consciously. Generally, people live in absentia. They are governed by either instincts or by the situations or by the people around them or by the instrument which they are holding in their hand. Every moment there will be a signal in your mobile, tung, like that one message. Immediately you have to open it and see. It is a slave life. So we don't generally lead a conscious life with fulfillment. So for our class, every class I will share the notes, and after going through the notes, if you have any doubts, you can write to that email shastravidya@gmail.com, and every class will have recording also. So voice format, it will be again published. Our friends Sri Gokul Muthu and Avik have created a separate YouTube channel for that, and you can hear that second time also. Then slowly try to understand, try to assimilate the teaching. Because this knowing oneself doesn't have any choice. One cannot avoid knowing oneself, being a cognitive entity in the creation. Human being is a cognitive entity. Cognitive entity means one who is blessed with intellect. However much he refuses to use it, he cannot avoid using it totally. Therefore, he uses it haphazardly, and because of that, he comes to many conclusions about himself, about the creation, about the people. Then because of that wrong conclusions, he suffers. When you cannot avoid using certain thing, better use it properly. That is the suggestion. So being a cognitive entity, human being is a self-conscious one with a capacity to judge oneself. That's the problem. Human being has this capacity to judge oneself. No other being in the world judges oneself. It doesn't pass judgment about oneself, nor others, about others. A dog with a black color patch on the face doesn't say, I am ugly. But human being says that. Even small patches are there in the face. No. He tries to remove that patch because the judgment is given already. This is not fair. Bhagavan has not done fair to me. Therefore, I will use fair and lovely to remove that patches. So, judgment. So, when I see myself with this ordinary intellect, without the support of the Shastra, without the support of the Upanishad, without the support of the Guru Parampara, then I end up with so many judgments, which creates problems. In my judgment, I am a lacking entity. I lack in every aspect of my life. Physically, size-wise, I am very small. If I am in the hall, I am not in the temple. If I am here, I am not anywhere in the world. So space-wise, that size-wise, I am very limited. And time-wise, also I am limited. Compared to the time of the entire creation, existence of entire creation, my existence time-wise is very insignificant. Even a tortoise, 400 years at least it lives. A tree lives for 1,000 years. Why living being? Inanimate entities also exist for thousands of years. Tanjavur Brihadishwara temple is existing for more than 1,000 years. But I am just 100 years. Possibility. Not guarantee, but possibility. So time-wise, I have a beginning and end. Instead of being dissatisfied with it, I am either celebrate it, my beginning, happy birthday to you, or imagine the end of my existence and getting sadness. So time-wise, I am small. Physical appearance-wise, I lack color, I lack height, I lack weight. In terms of emotions, I lack love, security, happiness, peace. In terms of knowledge, I know how insignificant my knowledge is. You can make any person to say, I don't know, within a moment. However much intelligent he is, from his mouth he can bring out the statement, I don't know. So the knowledge of human being is very insignificant. And wealth-wise, power-wise, position-wise, name, fame, whatever you list in every aspect, I find myself as lacking. This self-judging is an inevitable one for any human being. He cannot avoid. As I told, animals don't have this problem. It doesn't bother about its color or height or weight or possession or people. Animals also have community life. No bird sings a sad song when its child goes away flying. But human being sings. Even sending the daughter after marriage, every mother cries. I asked one mother, before your daughter getting married, you cried for bridegroom. Now bridegroom has come and you gave your daughter in marriage. Then she is going to live with the bridegroom. Why you are crying? So before you cried that I have not found out a suitable person for my daughter. Now you are crying again. I have found out suitable person for my daughter who is taking away my daughter from me. Correct? So you cry when she lives with you and you cry when she leaves you. So no animal, no dog cries. It doesn't have that problem of being sad, of losing something. That is why this self-judging capacity is an inborn one. It is inborn one. Always showing myself a mirror that you are a wanting person. You are a wanting person. Wanting person means what? I want, I want, I want, I want. What I want differs from time to time, but that I want doesn't go away. So it is called in Sanskrit parichinnatvam, insignificancy, inadequate personality. I find myself inadequate. So being a parichinnaha, being inadequate, insignificant, I cannot be satisfied or fulfilled one. Therefore I cannot be happy. Therefore I am suffocated by various types of wants. How Vedanta tries to make us to understand our actual problem. Our actual problem is this parichinnat. And being parichinnaha is not under our choice also. And knowledge about parichinnatvam also is not under our choice. So there is an urge always to be free from all these wants. A brahmachari wants to be in the company of someone, therefore he goes for marriage. A married person wants to be peaceful, therefore he goes for divorce. So always, before marriage also is a wanting person, after marriage also wanting person. What he wanted differed from time to time, but the fact that he wants is same. Before marriage he wanted a companionship, after marriage he wants a peace. So pravritti and nivritti, same thing only with regard to anything. Wealth, education. There is a time of pravritti and there is a time for nivritti. You go after it and you come back from it. Get away from it. So, this urge to be free from all these wants, all these limitations, all this inadequacy, all this feeling of being insignificant, there is an urge. That is why I want to become someone. I am not satisfied at present as I am. I want to become someone. Being a child, I want to grow. That's why the children, you can observe, they used to put the father's shirt or father's chappal, father's specs, like that. So they want to grow because they want to end this torture called going to schools. So they want to grow. They want to be independent. Therefore they want to grow as a child. After becoming a full-grown person, then he wants to become a child. Are in those days how nice it was. No worry, no problems. Like that he wants to become child again. Correct? So always he wants to be someone other than himself, or he wants to see himself as someone other than the present condition. So, entire human life is spent in becoming someone. Becoming as an adult, becoming educated, becoming wealthy, becoming married, becoming a parent, becoming a powerful, becoming a happy person, becoming an eternal person, becoming a devotee, becoming a jnani, all becoming that. This urge to become someone better than the present condition is the cause of all our activities called pravritti or nivritti. All struggles, activities in life is to become someone. What I want to become differs from time to time, but that I want to become does not end. Even after the death, we want to continue this project called becoming someone. Let's say the Surga is there, we believe. Shastra also reveals going to Vaikunta. If you are not interested in Surga, wherein these entertainments are there, Ramba Urvasi dances, it gives another option also. No, you can be a dasa of the Lord. You can appear as the Lord with 4 hands and Shankha, Chakra. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sarshti. Varieties of future achievements after the fall of the body also we accept. Therefore only we do preparation in this birth itself for that. All our dharmic activities are what? Preparation to become someone as revealed by the scriptures. Correct? So this project of becoming continues even after the fall of the body, after the death of the body also. I want to become a citizen of heaven, or Vaikunta, or Shivaloka, or Brahmaloka. If I am not interested in going to anywhere after the fall of the body, here and now I want to become Mukta Purushaha. Again, a free person. I want to become servant of the Lord. I want to become a jnani. I want to see God. I want to attain God. I want to realize God. I want to become a samadhistha purushaha, sita prajnaha. So, this urge to become is very natural, choiceless, and universal. No one is free from this urge. Therefore, it is universal. No one gave this urge to us, therefore it is natural. No one can avoid this urge, therefore it is choiceless. It is not a cultivated urge. It is not a cultivated desire. Cultivated desire means in time you get that desire. 10 years before you don't have desire for mobile phone. But now you have a desire. That desire called cultivated desire, cultivated by mobile phone company walas. So this urge is not a cultivated one. Swabhavika pravritti. It is called Swabhavika pravritti. Desire for food, desire for security, happiness, desire for freedom from sadness, problems. These are all not cultivated. These are all Swabhavika pravritti. Similarly, the idea that I want to be free from being insignificant, small, limited entity. This urge cannot be dismissed. There is a lot of pressure to pursue this pursuit, and everybody wants to become someone significant, eternal, happy, peaceful, fulfilled, like that. Then in that process of fulfilling the urge, his intellect teaches something. Get this, you will be fulfilled. Get that, you will be fulfilled. Like that. So he goes through various situations in order to attain, suggested by his own intellect or the intellect of others. When he fails there also, then Shastra comes and says, Atma va are drashtavyaha. Now you got the point? You cannot dismiss this urge of becoming someone fulfilled, happy, peaceful, secured, eternal. You cannot have a choice being loved one or loving person. That's why you seek love for all, because you lack love. According to your judgment, you lack love, therefore you seek love. You lack happiness, therefore you seek happiness. You lack freedom, therefore you want to become free. You lack eternal existence, therefore you want to become eternal. And anything you gain in your life, you find that is temporary, then you seek for permanent. So in that pursuit of becoming someone, a grand entity, one goes through various type of attempts, in all of which he fails, then he becomes tired, then he comes to satsanga by his punya karma and by the grace of the Guru Parampara and the Lord. Then there is a suggestion, Atma va are drashtavyaha is the suggestion by the Guru Parampara. To which situation I hope we all have come, being tired of going towards something, getting it and getting away from it, and going to another thing, getting it, getting away from it. So being tired of all these achievements, we have come to the Shastra Parampara, Guru Parampara, Veda Parampara, and we will pursue this pursuit of knowledge as guided by the Guru Parampara. And the pursuit will be an attempt to know oneself. No other pursuit. A patient went to a doctor and he complained, Doctor, anywhere I touch by my finger, I experience pain. So doctor wondered, why? So he showed his finger. Anywhere I touch. So the doctor touched. Then doctor touched by his finger. Then patient told, no pain. No pain. Then doctor found out. The problem is not touching. The problem is the finger itself. The finger is wounded. Whenever he touches through that finger, anywhere in the body, he feels a pain in the body. Correct? Similarly, anywhere this insignificant, lacking, ignorant, sad, dissatisfied mind goes, whether it is a Swargaloka or a Vaikuntha Loka, as long as it is ignorant about oneself, it cannot be happy and satisfied. This attempt to become someone grand cannot be stopped, and he has to go through varieties of ups and downs in his life. If at all he wants to stop all this nonsense in his life, he has to come back to Shastra Parampara, for which Bhagavan has brought us. So my request is, be prayerful and sincere to yourself. Because this is not going to be a scholarly attempt to know the teachings of the Vedanta. There are two types of motive to study Vedanta. One is scholarly attempt. There are a lot of Vyakarana, logic, so many things will be there. to prove oneself as a scholarly person, knowledgeable person with regard to scriptures. That again another samsara it is. So it will be an attempt to know ourselves in totality, in its grandness and in its ugliness also, both. Because the Atma is the word which encompasses beauty and ugly. There is a beautiful Atma, there is an ugliest Atma. So we should know both the aspects, all in complete way we should know oneself. So in that attempt, I request you all to be prayerful to the Lord, to your own Ishta Devata. Continue your daily worship, prayers and japa, dhyana. Attend the class attentively. And for your benefit and for the benefit of others who could not attend the online class, the same class will be published in YouTube channel. Same Shastra Vidya. There is a email ID shastravidya@gmail.com. So it will be published in that ID itself. You can write to me any questions if you have. I will try to answer in the next class. So I wish you all the best for this new journey. And our friends Gokul Muthu, Avik and others were requesting this class for last 10 years. I left Bangalore Alsur Ashrama in 2013. After 10 years of what we call consistent request, now Guru Maharaj has given this opportunity to learn ourselves. May the Guru Maharaj and Mother Sharda Devi be an inspiring factor for us, because their life we could see without any pomp and show. They attempted only this attempt, and they are now worshipped as the Ishvara Avatara. So they will be our inspiring factor, guide and guru and everything. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sriramakrishna Arpanamastu.